Test, test. This thing on? I obviously don't know what I'm doing yet. Bear with me. Test. Woo! First, who the heck am I? My name is Peter. I'm a long-time self-confessed nerd fighter. I guess you could call me an older nerd fighter. Bona fides. I've been watching John and Hank since the very beginning. Like that matters, but anyway. I just really thought it was time for me to try to join the conversation with the rest of Nerdfighteria. I haven't exactly been the most active of Nerdfighters. Pretty passive in the way I interact with Nerdfighteria. And it's one of many things I kind of wanted to change about myself. So this is my attempt to join the conversation, and there's many things that hold us back. For me, a lot of it's fear. A lot of it's fear of trying something new, or of failing, or of not having anything to say, which I guess is a really big fear of mine. You ever notice you look really weird if you look at yourself in a camera? Anyway, so yeah, I wanted to join the conversation. I look so weird in a camera. I can't get used to this. Yeah. Okay. A lot of times I think we get in our own way. At least I do. I know I do. I get in my own way. I suffer from self-doubt. I suffer from, I do it to myself, of course. I suffer from an inability to trust myself when it comes to creating, or when it comes to the various things that I want to do. Oh, there's the washing machine, the dryer, sorry. An inability to trust myself, to trust that I can fail and that it's going to be all right. An inability to, an unwillingness to just get on with the work and just do it. There's quite a number of creative outlets that I'm interested in, that I dabble in, writing music, writing fiction, so on. But I haven't been trusting myself, and I hope to fix that. And I'd like to share some of that journey with you. So in the future, I'm going to be making a video about what John and Hank and Nerdfighteria in particular means to me. I'm not going to do that today. I'm not going to talk about geek positive culture or nerd positive culture, or the reasons why I think cultural phenomena, subcultural phenomena like Nerdfighteria, why they're so important, not only for adolescents, teenagers, which is a large portion of what Nerdfighteria is, but it's not it by any stretch of the imagination. I mean, there's nerdfighters like myself who are older, perhaps, and are part of the wanting to be part of the conversation as well. And I'm not going to talk about why I think John and Hank. Well, I think John and Hank are important for a number of reasons. I'm not going to talk about why they're important to me today. That's a story I'd like to share. It's very personal. It's very emotional. I guess they may be aware of some of it, but I'm not going to tell that story today. I'm going to save that for another time. But needless to say, I think they're both really cool and super awesome. And there goes the dryer again. Anyway, sorry about that. I'm losing my train of thought here. Random thoughts from my head. Science. Science is cool. Science is neat. Studied anthropology in college. That's what I did. But of course, I'm a bookseller now. What I did, it's not what I am. What I want to talk about today what I intend to talk about. My videos going forward are going to be in largely in two parts. Two parts. The first part is going to be random thoughts from my head, and so various things I may be talking about in the future, various topics that are important to me. As a father, and as somebody who went through it before, and I know quite probably quite a few Nerdfighters go through it as well. Bullying, the difficulties of childhood and adolescence, nerd positive media, nerd culture, nerd positive culture, geek positive culture, whatever you want to call it, which I think Nerdfighteria is part of, and why that's important. I think that's important. I do. And I'm sure I'll have other things that I'll talk about. There are things that I'm obsessed with. Sound design. I dabble in making various trance music. I love electronic music. Part two, I am a bookseller. That's a large part of who I am and what I do. I love books. For me, the power of story, the power of the narrative, to be able to not only give people who need a chance or a reason to escape, although that sounds so demeaning, because it's not all just escapism. Stories, fiction, narrative. It's not necessarily just about escape, but I think it's largely what makes us human. Story is what makes us human. Sharing who and what we are with other people. It's what makes us human. It's what gives meaning to life, I think, to a great degree. And I think that that's important. Maybe I've drunk the Kool-Aid, but as a bookseller, I love turning people onto great books. And in part two of my videos, that's what I hope to do. Part two will be largely either reviews of new things that are coming out or have come out, or maybe even old stuff that I love and I think people should give a chance. So to a large degree, that's what I'm going to be doing with my vlog, as it were. Still don't know what to call this thing. Any thoughts on that are greatly appreciated. I know I keep looking at the side camera, the side, so I can see myself. It's a little distracting, sorry. I'll see what I can do about that. This is all new to me. Part two. Book review. Eleanor and Park by Rainbow Rowell. I got an advanced reader of this last week at work. Holy crap. It's really good. It's really good. It's not out yet. It comes out March? I think March 5th, March 6th, something like that. Anyway, it's about two kids, Eleanor and Park. Eleanor is a misfit, and in a lot of ways Park is too. And it deals with a lot of the same things that I think a lot of teens deal with, not fitting in, feeling lost until you find someone who you think gets you. And I think it really captures the heady exuberance of that first love, which is, it's not as cheesy as it sounds. It's really not. I think it's wonderful. I mean, I thought it was amazing. It deals with some really deep stuff, some really heavy stuff. This is probably the worst book review ever because I'm being really non-specific. I'll have to, but needless to say, I think it's amazing. I think part of what I loved about this was the the ability of Rainbow Rowell to kind of convey the sense of feeling broken or feeling lost or feeling alone that I think adolescence comes with for a lot of people. Um, but there's also a sense of hopefulness, a sense of joy, I guess, of you know the, the first love that you feel. It's pretty amazing. It's pretty. It's almost like an earthquake and a thunderstorm all rolled into one. Yeah. So yeah, definitely when it comes out, you're gonna have to go get it. Eleanor and Park. Really enjoyed this one. It actually kind of made me cry a little bit. And that's not something that's happened since, since the Fault in Our Stars. It doesn't really happen that often. I really don't cry from books that much. But when it gets to you, it gets to you. So, at any rate, I hope as far as introductions go, this has been pleasant. I would like to join the conversation. I think I have some things to say that maybe are meaningful to somebody somewhere. I don't know. Maybe something to add to the conversation. Hope you enjoyed this. Have a wonderful day.